What's going on, everybody? It's Roshan from BoostDistrict, and behind us is another Cheddar Bob ONDGAS BoostDistrict truck update. This one is going to be pretty cool today because we're actually going to see how it's supposed to look in the end with a lot of twists and surprises so you guys can understand what we're going on with. One thing before we start, the last video did really good. I was really curious where everybody watches, especially with the ONDGAS viewers in the videos we've been getting. Lots of you guys have come from Texas, New Mexico, Old Mexico, just kidding, and Colorado, and a lot of from deep South Texas and the 956 area, so shout out to you guys. We really appreciate it. A lot of Arizona guys too. So always curious to see where everybody's listening to, but let me stop right there and jump into this video real quick. I just wanted to give that a quick shout out. So I always want to hear where people are coming from because we want to know what time to post and where you guys are from, so it's nice. Anyways, with this truck, couple updates that we're gonna do, and I want to show you guys the parts that we're doing. So there's an 04 Silverado with a cat eye swap on it, and this has a 6.0 truck engine that you guys have seen in the last videos. It's gonna be Beto's personal burnout truck, and we're really excited to see where this goes because this has a lot of beefed up parts that we offer at BoostDistrict. And this specific belt drive system that we put on it is going to be available as a complete plug-and-play system with the wiring and plumbing, and we're going to show you guys the tips and tricks to show you guys on how it gets installed and also the power it does. So again, the 6-rib OEM drive that we've been building for the last 10 years is a great unit for most towing and daily driver application, but if you're going to be banging on the rev limiter and be super snappy in the throttle, you really want to do a dedicated 8-rib drive. So let's jump into this. Let me show you that real quick on what we've done. So I'm gonna show you guys a halfway finished belt drive, and we're gonna go through a little bit of the install video so you guys can see it too. So right now we have the alternator, power steering already mounted. We just mocked up the blower there just to kind of see how it looks. Looks really nice. So I'm gonna do a little bit of painting and custom flaring on this for Beto because obviously he's A1 for us. And also I wanted to show you guys real quick on how nice the wiring has come up. So as you guys have seen on the last video, the wiring was all messed up and not really that nice. So we've already all re-loomed this and rewrapped it to make sure it's safe, it's clean, it's not gonna short, and it's safe. So that's really important. It needs to look good, it needs to function, and we do not want to be going through a wire nest whenever if there's an issue with the truck in the future. So we want to make sure it's just settled for Beto so he can rip on this and make sure it's run right. One big thing that we have an issue with is the power steering rack system. So obviously these trucks came with a hardline system that goes directly to the rack or the gearbox. The main thing for this truck is making AN lines for it. So we were able to find these fittings, if you want to show this real quick, that from Summit Racing. So we went to Summit, brought the stock lines which are right here, and we were able to match it up with them and get that line right there, as you guys can see. This is going to be included with your full kit when you buy this belt drive system from us. So as you guys can see, it's an inverted flare on one end and it's going to be 6 AN on one end. So we're going to be able to build 6 AN lines from this and go with a power steering cooler. So this is a transmission cooler right here, but this is the OEM power steering cooler. As you guys can see, it's much bigger, it's much more efficient, and since it's going to be a badass burnout truck, we don't want Beto's power steering to go out like he has had on his older trucks. He requested us to see if we can do any better for the power steering system, so we went bigger. So this is the OEM line and the OEM cooler. That's going to be thrown in the trash. We're going to go with a much bigger unit that cools down a lot better. We're going to stack it somewhere around here to make it look pretty decent, and then put his transmission cooler on one side. Let me show you guys something real quick too. So I'm gonna take this all off and see how much room do we have. So there's the full engine kit right here. We have the belt drive already assembled on it. For the most part, got the transmission on one end, and we're gonna have the power steering cooler here, and we're gonna put a big fat heat exchanger a little tuck halfway so we can still have a lot of airflow to the radiator so nothing overheats and everything runs into place. So in this specific video, you're just gonna watch us go through this whole truck, fix more of the wiring that are cobbled before, and fix it up nicely to make sure it's safe. So we still have some more wiring over here that needs to be fixed up that are brittle, but besides that, it's going really well. I really don't want to touch on this, but I have to. A lot of people have been mentioning who's worked on this before. I don't really care, I didn't really know, nor do I want to know. We just want to build trucks nicely and safely for Beto, just to make sure that it's good to go for him. We don't want to have any beef with anybody else. We don't mention names. We don't want to mention names. We don't care. So let's keep it clean in the comment section below. We don't want to interfere with anybody's business. We just want to show our skill and our ability to make sure that we build nice trucks and nice cars. As you guys can see over here, we got to show them the high caliber of builds that we do. So, you know, this is an engine of a C8 Corvette. As you guys can see, everything is assembled, everything is insulated, tucked into place. So with a $100,000 car, there's no reason that the parts should be any different from what we're working on these trucks. If it's leaving our doors and it's being built by us, we treat everything the same to make sure that we provide a high quality of parts and information with the skill set that we have on these cars, trucks and cars. So I want to quickly mention that, and I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page and keep it light, keep it happy, and let's elevate everybody forward. There's plenty of business to go around for everybody, whether you're in Houston, California, Texas, Canada, Mexico, wherever you are. There's no reason we should be fighting online or anything like that. Let's just elevate ourselves, keep being better. If you're bitter, it means you're doing something wrong. So let's keep it happy, keep it light. Let's jump into this build. So over here at BoostDistrict, we use our own billet adapter plate. So there's the square side and then there's the Cathedral side. And over here, the advantage of this one is it's float port match. So we have a set of different heads over here. Another C8 getting work done over here. We're doing installs on that one and a few different things. So on this one right here, you want to put it on the Cathedral side, to the Cathedral side over here, and you can, once we line it up, you can kind of see how good, let's come over here real close to the ports. You can see how good the ports line up to the plate. There's no turbulence, unlike the other plates that you see. Some plates that you see, they look very similar, but they're smaller or bigger on the other side, so when the air is coming in, it bounces back and forth, which does not give a good equal flow. Another good advantage of this is that this side uses the OEM LS1 Camaro or F-body intake manifold gasket, so you can easily service it, and also there's not going to be leaks because we're using OEM gaskets. It's a little pricey, it's like $5 more, so it's a little pricier, but other competitors use cheap O-rings, not good. But with this, having OEM gaskets, it's easy to service, easier to replace for years down the road, and also it clears better on these heads. So just wanted a quicker shout out. This is available on the website. Go to the website under Supercharger parts. We're gonna link it down below also, and probably just overlay it right here. So Cathedral port to square port manifold gasket or adapter plate, very popular, mastered, and also lightweight, nice billet piece. So BoostDistrict, right? Alright, so the big part of making a dedicated belt drive kit, as you guys see right here, we brought our mock-up engine so we can see it side by side. The main big part of doing this kit is the wiring for the alternator, which is, we have sorted, we have a plug-and-play solution for that, and then the plumbing of the AC and plumbing of the power steering. For the power steering side of it, we already know that Beto is gonna beat the heck out of this truck. It's gonna be a burnout truck, it's gonna get hot, it's gonna bang through the rev limiter, and it's gonna be doing a lot of whips. So the power steering is gonna be putting a lot of work. So we can't use regular hose on this, not regular AN hose. To protect this and already be ahead of the problem, we made this fitting right here an AN fitting out of billet, and we actually were able to find the same one in Summit Racing, but we couldn't, so we made it out of billet for now. But for the production piece, it will be the Summit Racing fittings that we found. So this needs to go on the rack. down below. If you have a steering box, it's going to be a very similar setup, but it's just going to be on the box instead. So that's going to go in place and that's going to get tightened up. And then for now, this is basically the stock line that came out of the truck. So same thing with the banjo over there that bolts into the truck. But for this, what we're going to do, so it doesn't bust a line or anything, break a line, we're going to be prefabbing AN lines for it. Like you see right here, let's go take a look at it. So this is the exit of the power steering line right here. We made this line that goes all the way to the reservoir down here. We're gonna do that with the power steering reservoir in and out, and to the rack in and out, and that goes to the power steering pump, to the reservoir, to the rack. So there's gonna be 4 lines, I think. And on top of that, we're gonna get all this measured, made, and then sent out to get crimped. We need a crimper here. So if you know a crimper dealer, or if you have one, let us know. Send us an email, installs@BoostDistrict.com. We need a crimper here, it's one of those tools that we just never really needed, but we're probably gonna need a lot more. AN lines are cool with the push-ons, but they also have their limitations. We wanna make sure that this thing will not break, will not flare, will not bust because of the heat and the abuse that Beto will be putting in it. We're okay with that. We're prepared for it. We just need to know so we can make sure you guys are covered. All of this is set up, so as you guys can see right here, alternator is already plugged in and done. Power steering is gonna get sorted. Water pump hoses, we're about to make it and figure that out. Tensioner is done, and all of the stuff is already mounted. We just need to put this plate after we put the belt and the blower on, and that's good to go. Very cool setup, very easy. Let's go jump on something that I think you guys will really like. A lot of you guys, especially in this market, loves fast 4-doors for a lot of different reasons. I love my fast 4-door. I have my Holden right here, and we also had a CT5V Blackwing, and we're about to show you our stage 1 package. So this one is all the way from Georgia, Mr. David. He sent us this 2023 CT5V Blackwing. This thing has our stage 1 2650 package. We baselined it a while ago. It made 603 wheel horsepower. It's pretty decent for what it comes with stock. Fully stock car, stock headers, stock cats, stock intake, stock throttle body, stock LT4 blower. A while ago, we put our stage 1 2650 supercharger with Magnuson on it. It's exclusively available at BoostDistrict with or without tuning. So the stage 1 kit comes with a 3.4 pulley, the blower itself, and also the hoses and everything to plug and play on this setup. The stage 2 kit comes with a smaller pulley and tuning. So with that specific setup and the tuning on it, it makes about 780 wheel, just a complete bolt-on package. But with the stage 1 kit, we're about to see how much power it makes. So I'm really excited to show this guys to you. And also it's a really good baseline. We're gonna put this on our website and tag the timeline on it. So if you are watching this right now, it means you're seeing a stage 1 Blackwing kit, and you guys can see the results. I'm very excited. We've already made one pull, it made a lot of power. About to show it again. So let's go jumping right into it. Well guys, that made a lot of power. 730 wheel horsepower. I think Mr. David is going to be really happy with the setup. Again, no tune, literally just blower only. We put on the car and we did our heat exchanger on it. He's gonna love this car. Going back to Georgia, I think it's perfect. I miss my Blackwing that I have, and this is the perfect combination for these cars. The stage 1 package is solid. The stage 2 package will pick up even a lot more power. So these LT4s are dialed in with BoostDistrict. If you have a Blackwing, if you have any LT or LS engines, give us a call. Our sales team are great, and also you can also email us at installs@boostdistrict.com. Appreciate you guys watching that segment. Let's go back to Beto's truck, and now let's look at it more. All right guys, so the supercharger is now on the truck for the final time. Everything is ran under the supercharger, looking really clean. We're gonna tuck a lot more wiring and clean it up as much as we can so it's easy to work on and also away from all the heat. To end this video, I wanted to show you guys something really quick. We've been using these fittings a lot for our installs here in the shop, but I just realized it's not on the website. So they're nice quick connect fittings that goes on the lid just like this, and cleans up the install and makes it really nice. It's available in forward motion and also in a 90-degree. A lot of you guys use the 90-degree because we just run the hose straight to the side instead of straight out and looking kind of cluttered. So I'm gonna add these on the site. The guys will do it and make sure with overlay right here. It's gonna be called the quick connect fitting for the ZL1 lid and also the LT4. So that's gonna look really good. On the next video, this truck will be running. We're gonna have you guys we're gonna have an intake made for it. Hopefully MP can come out and do it, and also and get everything running and tuned. So watch out on the next video. Sorry for the slow updates on these cars. We were waiting on a few pit fittings and make sure that we do it right. But we're doing everything in double. So we're doing a lot of the belt drive parts in 2 pieces. So when Takashi comes in, it's gonna be a quick and easy transition. I know Beto is watching this and enjoying that. So we'll have fun with this truck. We'll finish it up. We'll see you guys in the next one. Please make sure you're following all of our Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So we post a lot there nowadays, and see a lot of updates on this truck there too. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys, and see you guys in the next one.